Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. How are you, Adrian Brown?
Oh, I'm just fine. How are you, Kim?
I'm doing great. And I hope that everyone that's tuned in today is doing great as well. Listen, I try not to timestamp my shows on purpose, like date stamp them or anything, because it airs on multiple networks and platforms around the country, actually around the world. And so when I do that, it lets people know exactly what day it is. But we all know it's a special kickoff of what's going on this particular month. And I'm sure we'll be featuring some things throughout this month that will kind of reveal it that this is an important time in history. But because this show might air in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, I just want to keep it general. But of course, we celebrate today. And today is magnificent in history. You know what? I have to timestamp it, right? Because it's so important. All right, today kicks off Black History Month. So we are so excited that in our history, there's a month designated to honor and celebrate Black history. On this Friday, we have our historian that's going to be coming on, and he tells us like great historical facts. Joseph Wooten from the Wooten Brother Band, and he's also a part of the Steve Miller Band. But he's going to be coming on this Friday and sharing some knowledge about Black history. So you don't want to miss that as well. Adrian, now you are a busy woman over there, a mom of 8.
Yes, I am. Yes,
it's funny how moms that have like a lot of children, because I have 5, right? When we have a lot of children, we automatically have a different vibe about us, right?
Yeah. I mean, I stress, but I don't stress too much.
Right, because it's like, girl, it is going to be okay.
Whatever happens, right?
I was thinking if it was just me, because some things I'm like, okay, this is all going to work out. No need to panic. No need to worry. No need to stress. We're going to get through this. Yes, and it's a hat that we wear as moms, right?
Yes, we do. I mean, it's just, I don't know. And plus, my first 4 were all boys. So I had to have a different type of attitude, you know. You too? All
4 boys first.
So you know what I mean. Yeah.
And so once you have, I don't know, please put in the comment section if any of you all that are mothers out there that can relate, or even if you just, you know, like your aunties and stuff, and you're like, you watching your siblings raise these boys, and you're like, yes, what is going on over there? It is a whole different atmosphere when you're raising boys at first, because I have 4 sons before I had my daughter. Yes. And my 4 sons, they're very different than my daughter.
So different. I mean, you have to be, it's a different breed of woman to have to raise kids, to raise kids, period, but especially all boys. Right. Because they take a lot of energy.
It takes a whole lot. I mean, I was always at some kind of sporting event trying to talk to coaches about, like, because I was being split in so many different directions, Adrian. I was like, you know what? Somebody got to play up or somebody got to play down. And you know what I'm talking about if you're mom or boy. So it's like, no. We're not going to have y'all are only 2 years apart. And you think I'm going to be going to all of these games? I go talk to the coach. I'm like, one of these kids need to play up or the other one need to play down. Because I cannot split myself in 50 different directions.
That's right. Especially when dad is out working and you're the one driving them everywhere. In the beginning, that's how it was for me. You know, so I had to say, wait, I'm going to choose a team that will take at least 3 of y'all. So I don't have to go all over the city trying to get you into sports.
Yes.
So that's how we did it.
The same here. So you know exactly we're right here. We're right here. Where are you located, Adrian?
Well, I'm in Orange, Virginia, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina area.
Oh, really? My oldest son is out there. He
Okay.
lives there now. Yeah,
Wow.
but
So you wear again a lot of hats today, everybody. We're talking with Adrian Brown. Now I could not for the life of me figure out where my red glasses were. I have glasses that I wear like all the time on the show. So
uh-huh.
I guess that means I need to buy multiple pairs because
Multiple pairs.
I was like, where are my glasses, right? Then come to find out either, like one of my children have them or something. I'll be like, don't touch my stuff. All right.
That's
So
right.
today I have on blue. Blue works too. That's fine.
That's cool.
That'll be fun. Listen, today we're talking with Adrian Brown. Grab your virtual seats, share this broadcast, because as we deep dive into today's discussion, which is about being a homeschool parent and homeschooling with ease, this
Yes.
woman knows what she's talking about. She's wrote a book on it, and she is going to tell us some tips that will really help us on our journey. She's married 26 years. She's a mother of 8. Her husband and her have homeschooled their children, all of them. Not some of them, all of them, okay? And that part of her life is what she is most proud of. She's an author and a business owner. So who says a mom can't be a mother and have their goals and dreams become a
That's
reality?
right.
So
Amen.
you already know I started a mother dreamer movement. So this is my philosophy, and she is the epitome of my philosophy.
Yes, yes.
Her goal is to help younger women understand that they can have it all, be a supportive wife. And what is an SAHM?
Stay at home mom.
Okay, stay
at
at
home
home mom, entrepreneur, and also realize their own goals and aspirations.
Yeah.
So, welcome, Adrian Brown.
Thank you.
Oh, man, we're going to have a good time today. And again, here on the Kim Jacobs Show, people get a chance to ask questions. They share comments. And just as a form of housekeeping, if any of you all want to pop on the screen and actually ask your questions directly, go ahead and use this link and it'll bring you into the broadcast. Now, don't come in the broadcast and be like, I can't believe Kim brought me on the broadcast. I'm telling you, if you use that link, you're coming in the broadcast.
That's right.
All right. So everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started right after this commercial break. I'll come right to some of your virtual studio audience comments right from the beginning. And then we're going to hear from Adrian about homeschooling with ease. Is that even a thing? Can you do that? We'll find out after this commercial break.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. Homeschooling with ease. Talk to us, Adrian Brown.
Okay, excuse me. Where do you want me to start?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Tell us just like what even made you interested in homeschooling, and get that thought in your mind. Let me go to some of the studio audience comments, because sometimes their comments are at the beginning and then I don't get to them until the middle. So let's see. My mom is on. She said, good morning, Kim and Adrian. I am in my virtual seat. Welcome, mommy.
Welcome.
Okay. LaTanya says, all boys here. She has 3 sons. Welcome, LaTanya.
Welcome.
Yes, they do. Talking about the boys. Woohoo. It's a lot of work. That's what Andrea Belk says.
Yeah.
She tried to make her son pay for something one time as a teenager at 15 years old. He was like, wait, what? Hey, yeah, that was like foreign. That was like speaking in tongues.
Language.
And Lady Tanya Nixon Anderson says, good morning to you, Lady Anderson.
Good morning.
All right, I see you. I see you all on here this morning, and we'll just keep pouring your comments in. Adrian, so where did it all begin for you? Take us back. Why did you choose homeschooling versus public school, private school, charter schools, magnet schools, whatever?
Well, in the beginning, believe me, I did not choose homeschooling just because I didn't even know that there was ever such a thing. I didn't know homeschooling was something. So, my oldest son actually went to kindergarten and first grade because I didn't know that there was any other way to do it. until one day, I happened to be walking out of a Safeway store with my two oldest boys, who were only like around maybe 3 and 4 at the time. And this woman came up to me, just talking to me, I didn't know her at all. And she said, "You ought to homeschool your kids." And at this time, I lived in a different neighborhood. She said, "You need to homeschool your kids. They're not going to get a fair chance out here. You have to homeschool you." I was like looking at this woman. Now, first of all, the lady was white. So I was like, this woman, who is this crazy lady? I just thought she was weird. But, she went on talking to me. She even proceeded to give me a telephone and address numbers to people that she knew who were homeschooling, because I said, I could never homeschool. I don't have a college degree. I can never homeschool. I don't have enough money. I don't have this. I don't have that. And she was like, oh, no. She had an answer for everything every doubt I had, she had an answer for it. So that's how I initially started. I got the information from this strange woman, and I tell people it was divine for me.
Wow.
Because I didn't even know homeschooling was a thing. And then it was so awesome, because that first year, my child went to kindergarten and first grade. First grade, that's when they started to tell me that he needed to go to this thing they call child find, where he had to go to psychiatrists and be evaluated, because they said he couldn't do certain things that kids his age could do, right?
Right.
And I was like, this woman, this is not right, because I had also a preschool in my home at the time. So I know my child knew how to write his name, he knew his colors, he knew how to use scissors, but his teacher swore up and down that he couldn't do these things. So
interesting.
I took my child to Child Find. There were 3 psychologists there who evaluated him, and they told me, you know what? More than likely, your son is bored. He's bored. She's trying to teach him things that he already knows. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a normal 6-year-old, 5-year-old boy, rambunctious little boy. He was just like any other boy. But for some reason, she was going to have him labeled, just like that lady told me.
So like that lady was really like a godsend for you.
Exactly. And so, but still that year, he went to kindergarten, first grade, and I'm looking at your the comments here, but anyway.
Oh, I'm just typing what you're saying, so that way people, in case they don't take notes, which I recommend everybody take notes, but some people don't. That way they'll have the notes and can go back and look at the show as a reference.
Okay. Anyway, so then my husband moved us out of that district into another district, and this particular, he was about to go into 2nd grade. No, he was in 1st grade. But the teacher in the 1st grade classroom was a tyrant. She was so mean. I kid you not. The kids who were in her class were afraid to go to school. My son came home a nervous wreck every day. But I didn't know what was happening at the time until one day he broke it down to me and started crying because he happened to come home that evening. I told him to go upstairs and do a simple thing. I said, put this in the trash can for me, which was out on the back deck. My son went out on the back deck. The door slammed and locked, and he couldn't get back in. And I knew just in my spirit that he was going to come down sad. He came down sobbing. He fell into my arms this day. Now, that wasn't because I told him to put something in the trash. It was because what he had dealt with all day from this tyrannical, evil teacher. And I'm not saying all teachers are like
that. Oh no, I've had some wonderful teachers in my children's
exactly life. I'm just talking about this particular teacher. She was a mean woman, and she scared those 1st graders. So after that year, I said, okay, Lord, you're gonna have to help me. If this is what you want me to do, you're gonna have to show me what to do, give me people to help me do this thing. And that year, he sent me to a church. Turned out my pastor, the pastor of that church was a homeschooling pastor, and it had so many homeschooling families in that church. So I was like, yes. So it was just
everything was lining up.
It was just lining up for us, exactly. And
so I want to find out. I want to find out what were your first steps and what steps do you recommend? Because I know that people on here, let me actually statistically, thank you, Cassandra, for sending these over.
Mhm.
As of February 2020, and this is, we'll put the link as to where we're getting this, is thinkimpact.com homeschooling statistics. But as of February 2020, a total of at least 9 million Americans have gone through
Ooh,
homeschooling at least once. That's a
wow.
rack of folk. And you know, with
Wow.
COVID and the pandemic and Omicron, all of these different
Yes,
variants
yes.
coming out, people
Hmm.
are being kind of like forced. It says the COVID-19 pandemic saw over 300 million students over the world become homeschooled. 67% of homeschool students successfully graduate from college.
Exactly,
So it's
exactly.
some really positive statistics here regarding
Yes, yes.
homeschooling.
Hmm. Well,
But
you
as
know, it
people during this pandemic, we are having to figure out creative measures to get our children still properly educated when they may be struggling in the in school environment. So,
yes,
what are your thoughts on
yes.
starting a homeschool? Can you give us some tips?
Well, what I would say is the very first thing the first thing you need to do is your mindset. Because see, homeschooling is not public school. Homeschooling is 100% different from public school. I mean, you still have to teach them the basics, reading, writing, arithmetic, and all of that stuff. But the difference is you're going to be the one doing all of that stuff. And you have to have your mindset right because it's not a game. You have the future of your children in your hands academically. Sports, they may want to play sports. You have to be willing to make that drive, do the hustle. You know, like you and I were saying earlier. I mean, you have to drive them to these places. They can't when they're playing, they cannot. I mean, when they're in high school or even elementary, they can't drive, so you have to take them there. So you have to gather your wits about you and know that this is going to require much of you to homeschool your
This
child.
is
So
good.
and then and then the second thing, the first thing I said is your mindset, and the second thing is I would recommend you to contact HSLDA. That's the Homeschool Legal Defense Association. And the reason why I always recommend to the young families to contact them is because they are a group of lawyers. A lot of them are homeschooling families themselves, and they advocate for the homeschooling community and and they will help you to navigate where you need to start and where you need to go. Homeschooling is is a beautiful thing if you are willing to be committed at it.
Yes.
You can't go towards it haphazardly. You just can't.
And what was that site that you said again?
It's called HSLDA, the Homeschool Legal Defense Association. They
Okay.
are, yeah, that's the second thing you need to do. And then of course, um, well, also the Homeschool Legal Defense Association will help you to understand the rules and regulations of your particular state because they have it all. They know them all. So just
That's
make
good.
sure, yeah, you contact them and they will help you to just to figure out what you have to do. And then the third thing you need to do is, of course, contact your school board. You have to decide, at what level you're going to homeschool, um, and let them know about it. It's very
Contact your
important.
school.
Your school board, yes.
Okay.
And the reason why is because, I mean, I don't know all of the states, but in the state of Virginia, you have to notify them that you're going to homeschool, and you have to tell them which curriculum you're going to use, and whether or not it's going to be you just leading the education, or you're going to have them enrolled in some sort of online program, or you can tell them that you can go religious exemption, which is what our family did. That means because I felt like God told us to raise our kids, and it was a conviction for me, but that's not for everyone. But for
Right.
me, yeah, for me, I felt like it was my job to homeschool them. So I didn't want the school to get into our business at all. You know, I didn't want them telling me anything. I wanted to figure it out on my own.
That's
so those are
really
three things.
good.
Mhm,
That philosophy is interesting. I actually homeschool as well. And
uh-huh.
so I have two of my children that I do homeschool. And you're right, it is that's a full-time, I don't even know the right wording. It is
Yeah.
more than a notion, and it's more than a full-time job. That
Yes.
is a job in itself, to ensure that they get that all of your uh, just everything. I don't even know what category to put, but just
Yes.
making sure that the right classes are being taken, making sure that you have your proper identification when you're going on
Yes.
field trips. And
Mm-hmm.
because there are certain things that are required of you when you enter certain buildings, if you're coming
Mm-hmm.
from a homeschool perspective, and
Uh-huh.
making sure that everything is logged. Probably that might be one of the reasons why I journal so much, but you get audits and different things of that nature too. So you have to produce all of these records, and you
Yes,
have
you
to also
do.
make sure that they're in compliance with state required classes in order
Yes,
to even be
indeed.
able to graduate. So,
Mm-hmm.
and and then just dealing with the children themselves and trying to keep them motivated, because it's not the regular school situation. I know
Uh-huh.
I can only speak on my own behalf. There are some times I know with my two of my children, three of my children have cystic fibrosis, but
Uh-huh.
they may be doing treatments, and then we have doctor's appointments, and we have a lot of doctor's appointments, a
Uh-huh.
whole rack of them for
Yes.
lung stuff. And
Yes.
so trying to make adjustments as to, okay, well, what block of time is going to be designated for school during that particular time too. It's so many
Mm-hmm.
factors. Is that what you found too?
But that's the beauty of homeschooling. Like I said, I've been doing this for 26 years. 26 years. My first group, they're all graduated, gone, out of the home, and then I have three still at home. But um, the beauty of homeschooling is that I was not shackled by any type of guards or gates around me. If I needed to do a certain thing, we packed our books up. I told them to put their books in their book bags. We got in the car and we went to wherever we had to go. Like my high school kids, some of them, some of them are taking classes at the community college. Like once they get up to a certain level, like geometry, algebra 2 and geometry, I put that in the hands of the community college and let them, take classes. And
Right.
this means that I'm going to have to pack up everyone else. I pack lunch, I pack whatever I need to make our visit or our wait comfortable. That's what I do. So while that older one is taking classes, I'm sitting somewhere. I find a place where we can sit and do school. And when it's warm outside, we take a blanket and spread out on the grass. It's beautiful. I love it. I love having
Yes.
the freedom of homeschooling.
So
Yes.
enjoying the freedom and being creative, everyone, as Adrian is sharing here, enjoying the freedom and creativity. I
Yes.
love that. And that is so true. As a
Mm-hmm.
homeschool
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
family, makes a difference.
Yes, it does.
That makes a huge difference. I'm going to put makes a huge difference because it really does. If we need to take a road trip somewhere, you just take the trip, but make sure that they take their materials with them. And so
Mm-hmm.
that way they're still learning. I know my children will connect to hot spots in the car. Sometimes it's all kinds of different creative things that we'll do if we're heading to a doctor's appointment, but they still need to go and do their work. And I know
Mm-hmm.
in our situation, I can see a live feed as to when they are actually doing their work. So it's not about them just telling me that they're doing it. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. According to this, your butt's not doing anything
That's
right
right. You
now,
can check. You can
because
keep.
I can
That's
check
right.
and see.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to necessarily micromanage them all the time, but because you can see what activity is happening and what lessons they're working on right at that moment too.
Exactly. And that's what I
So
love. You teach your kids independence. They have to do it. I tell them all the time, from my third grader that I have today up to my 11th grader, look, this is your education. This is your education. If you don't want to learn how to read, if you don't want to learn how to go forward, then you just sit there and don't do anything. But you're going to do it. They know they have to do it. But the point is, it's about you. And that usually most of motivates them because they want to go on further ahead. They don't want to stay behind. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
And then plus they have the example of their older brothers who all have done well. They graduated from homeschool and they're off doing other things,
That's
pursuing their
good.
goals, you know? So it's been for us, it's been, and don't get me wrong, don't think that we haven't had any problems or downs, because we have had downs.
Right.
Sometimes you have to deal with, like you said earlier, with the attitudes of those kids who don't want to do anything. Sometimes they can get lazy and they take it for granted. But then you just have to step up as the mom, and if dad is home, step up and just make them get to it. I don't give up. I don't give up on my child. If I feel
That's
like they don't understand something, I'm gonna find a way for them to understand it. I'm gonna find somebody to help me to help
that's
them.
right. Yeah,
I
and
am going to do it.
that I
Mm.
love too, because like I know my son, he's very interested in acting. So like
Uh-huh.
right now I have a person that is a casting director putting together a course for
Uh-huh.
acting for him. Like so it's an acting curriculum for
Uh-huh.
him in an
Uh-huh.
extracurricular class. And it's more entertaining and fun and customized for him, versus just
Yes.
generic.
That's
According
awesome.
to this thinkimpact.com study as well, 41% of parents have showed a willingness to allow their children to take part in homeschooling as of May 2020. Because before the pandemic, a lot of people would be like, "What? I would never homeschool." But
I
now
know. I
people are so
know.
open-minded.
I'm so
So,
glad too. I'm so glad because when I first started, that's why I emphasize that lady that told me in the beginning was a white lady. To me, I'm not trying to say anything racist. I'm just saying I didn't know any at that time. That was way back in what 1995, a long time ago.
right.
I didn't know any black people homeschooling. I didn't know any Latinos homeschooling. I didn't know anyone of color who was homeschooling.
Wow.
And then so that's why it was like foreign to me. Like, what is this woman talking about homeschooling? And then but then God sent me to a church. Think, oh, praise the Lord. That church, when I walked through those doors, I found out that my pastor was a homeschooling family, and there was so many other families that were black, white. That's the beauty. They were black families. I was like, wow, yes, this
Now
is for
you
me.
right at home. You in your
Yes,
element. You in your mojo. Let me go to
exactly.
studio audience comments. Latonia says, "Thank you so much for this. This is wow, wow. Thank
Oh,
you for being here, Latonia. We appreciate
thank
you
you.
being in the studio audience." Let's see some more comments that came in. If you have questions, go ahead and type them. And Latonia says, let's see. Latonia says, "Days I'm on the fence with homeschooling my youngest. I would love to, especially because of the pandemic. He's a seventh grader. Is it possible to do a year or so to see how it goes?"
Yes, yes, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. You can do that and ask, and just to see where he says. But see, if you're pulling him out of public school, you're gonna have to make sure he's ready for the seventh grade, for real, for real. Because sometimes believe it or not, I did have my the kids that I adopted. They were in public school, and we pulled them out once we fully adopted them, and I found that one, he was not where they said he was. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
all I'm saying is that you got to still evaluate your child and make sure you got him in the right on at the right level. And because he might be at the right level in math, but then in language he's not. Do you understand that? You
Yes,
have to
yes.
that's what you have to do. You have to evaluate your child to make sure you have him in the right curriculum
That's right.
or at the
I
right level.
agree. I agree
Yes.
with Latonya with what Adrian is sharing. And another thing that I want to share with you is that from a personal perspective, is you can actually do the reverse. So I've been homeschooling two of my children,
Hmm.
and then one wanted to go back into the school system, and
Hmm.
specifically for a specific reason. I'll keep it generic so that I'm not
Uh-huh.
bashing anything or any situation. But when he got
Yes.
there, there was a really bad situation with one particular teacher.
Hmm.
And this is Kim speaking. This is not the Kim Jacobs show, and I'm not
Uh-huh.
naming anyone. But there was a
Hmm.
particular teacher that was saying some things to other staff about him, and he
Wow.
walked in and heard it. And
Uh-huh.
that just, when I say that damaged him
Wow.
so bad, it
Wow.
damaged him so bad. He did not
Wow.
he did not want to be there after that. After he walked
Wow.
in and in the general setting where anybody could have walked in hearing that. He just happened to be the one going there for something that he needed and walked up on it. And once he heard that, he was like, what?
Oh my goodness.
These are supposed to be people that protect me and keep me safe.
Yeah, that's sad.
And when that kind of thing happens, again, I'm not talking on behalf of the Kim Jacobs show. I'm talking as a mom. That thing really aggravated me to know that this is supposed to be your profession and you're supposed to be teaching and protecting. And I'm putting my child in your possession for the majority of the day.
Yes.
And you don't have enough mental resolve and understanding to know that you don't do certain things pertaining to anybody's children.
Yes,
not
that's
Kim's.
right. That's right.
No child should be treated a certain any way other than as if they were your own children.
Yes,
you know,
I agree.
And if you treat your own children that way, then that's not good either. So then you just need to go get some counseling.
You just need to go somewhere. You don't need to be around children. Period.
Right? Maybe go work in a whole different field, and not every field is for everybody. But okay, so that's my personal experience. So Latanya, I'll say in some instances you may end up doing homeschool. And then your child may say, hey, I want to go back to the public school system or the private school system or whatever. And you go check that out. But then you may have to bring them back to homeschool. That's the beauty of having options.
Yes, indeed. And that's what I tell parents. It doesn't matter. Look, I chose homeschooling for me because I didn't want to have anything to do with the public school system, right? But when my son was in kindergarten and first grade, I was there. I was on top of it because I was protecting him whether I was homeschooling him or not.
Right.
That's our job as parents, especially mothers. You got to protect him no matter where he is. And you'll be up on what they're, even when my kids that I adopted, I was in that school. I wanted to know what was going on.
That's right, because you're still their mom.
Didn't like it. Yeah. The kids, some of the teachers I can tell did not really like me. They weren't used to me checking up on stuff, but I was like, you got a new one right here. Because I'm
right. Well, I've had some teachers that when I say are the most loveliest people, I could tell that when I'm putting my child in their possession, that they are treating my children, not just one child, but my children, as if they are going to be theirs for the entire day or for the entire school year. It's like, Miss Jacobs, I got you. This child right here is my child while he's in my watch or while she's in my watch. And I felt totally comfortable, stress-free. Then there are situations where I've had to email teachers. I'll email a teacher because I'm an advocate of my child. I don't expect you to be my child's everything. I'm the parent. So I will email 100. I don't care. I'm that parent. I will email 100 times. I counted one time. It was 133 emails. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Me. That's right.
Is anybody else that parent? I will email. You got my child. And at the end of the day, God entrusted me to ensure that this child becomes the most productive person on this side of earth.
And I think that's what we need to do as parents, period. No matter how you choose to educate your child, it is your responsibility to make sure that your child is safe, protected, cared for, all of that. And you can't throw them in school and say, oh, the teacher's going to do it. Nope. That's your job.
That's right. But well, hopefully that answered your question, Latanya. Let's see. Tanya Nixon Anderson says, having the right teacher is key. We had a challenging experience when my granddaughter was in preschool. We advocate for her education. Afterwards, she has had the teachers she needed from there. Excellent.
That's right. Yes.
And that's good to be that advocate. And like what she's saying is, even as a grandparent, I really like the fact that she talked about her granddaughter here.
Wow. Yes, indeed.
And like you're saying, you adopted children. How many children have you adopted?
Four.
4 children.
And my youngest one is 9 now. So I'm more like a grandmother really to her. But hey, she's my daughter, period. They are my children, and I advocate for them just as hard as my biological kids.
Oh, I can tell you do. I can tell. Yes, I would want to be one of your children. I'd be like, yeah, she got me. She got me. Okay. Latanya says, they tried to label 2 of mine. I fought. My kids were bored. What they were being taught came easy to them. Now, one is graduating college, one is college bound, and the youngest is an honor roll student.
That's right. Amen.
Excellent. I see you, Andrea Belk. She said, wow, he immediately answered your prayers earlier
Yeah.
when you were talking about the lady coming into your life.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to make sure I get through some of your studio audience. Adrian, you are empowering and a beautifully well-made mentor. Thank you for never giving up on our kids. Thanks for sharing, LaShawna said.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This is good information. Yes, it is. Wow. Lashona says, I adore your leadership skills. Yes, Kim, that's right. And I appreciate you for sharing your story. Thank you
Yes,
so
Kim,
much.
yes.
I am a parent also. Thanks for sharing your story, Kim. Thank you,
Aw.
LaShawna, for being here today. LaShawna. Okay. Wow. So this is a good discussion for people.
Yes.
If you have any questions and you're considering homeschooling, make sure you go ahead and type your questions in, and we'll make sure that we get to them throughout this broadcast today. What else do we want to talk about as far as when people can get like frustrated on this journey and think that they're on an island by themselves, Adrian?
On the
What,
homeschooling journey.
how do you encourage people to not operate in a bubble? I already know the answer, but I'm trying to think of how to get the answer to the public. How do you encourage homeschool moms to not feel like they're on an island by themselves when we come back? Okay.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
It's not just another day, it's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right. Parents that are interested in homeschooling, you don't have to be on an island by yourself. Homeschool Mom of Eight, she's adopted 4 children and they are her very own as well. She's here, Adrian Brown, to talk to us about homeschooling with ease. Adrian, how can women not be on an island, and mothers and fathers that are homeschooling their children?
Well, what I do is, first of all, I think you have to have I always talk about the mindset, because you need to have a healthy mindset in order to help anybody else. That includes your family. So what I do is I make sure I have some sort of me time every day. I get up early, get me some me time. I do Bible study. I do something. I work on my business. And secondly, I make sure that I find other like-minded people that I can communicate with as a grown-up, because I love my children and I really love spending time with them. But as a woman, I need to have other women who are in doing homeschooling too. I know women who are going through all walks of life and all types of homeschooling. And so I love having conversation with them to make sure that we stay active. And all of my children, I try to find, pandemic has kind of slowed us down on this, but I stay social. I try to stay social, taking my kids to different parties, anything we're invited to, so that they will have other people to be around. And because socialization is a big thing. People are always asking that question, but believe me, I don't have problems with my kids socializing. We do things. So and we're in co-ops. At the time we go to, like, my kids all play instruments. I don't teach them instruments. I take them to band, where the band teacher teaches them instruments, and through just in that group gives them an opportunity to socialize, and gives me a chance to network and talk with other moms, to get strengthened, to get, maybe there's something I don't understand or I can't do. I'll reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? You just have to have an outlet. You're homeschooling, but you're still out. Homeschooling doesn't mean I do not like when families isolate their children from the world. That's bad, because if you do that, when your child finally hits the world for real, they're going to be messed up, confused.
You better believe it.
And they're not going to know how to handle anybody. You cannot be. I'm a Christian. I have raised my kids in the church to love Jesus and to look at the Bible as if it's the absolute word of authority. But I also make sure that they are introduced to different things, slowly under my guide. It's almost like my kids are like almost like on a little spiritual chain that I have to let them out a little bit at a time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're not overwhelmed when they go in the world, but they won't be.
And once they get to a certain age, they're gonna make their own decisions. Like I'll tell one of my children, I'll be like, do you have to put something that has some cussing in the song or whatever? I really think that's like so ridiculous, right? This is just me telling my own child. And he's like, boom, bam, boom, all of this drama stuff. I'm like, I'm not sharing that. I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing. He's like, Mom, that's the song or that's the whatever. I'm like, I know I taught you better than this thing. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they get a chance to make some of their own decisions when they come of age. Yes. And it's their choice. It doesn't change the love that I have for any of my children. Whatever they decide is their thing that they're going to do. I think that's sometimes too, from a homeschooling perspective or from a public school or any kind of schooling, just as a mom and as we're mothers. So that's why I'm saying it from a mother's perspective. It can be from fathers too. Yeah. I just want my children to know that I support them and I love them on this journey in life. And I don't have to always agree with everything that they do, but I'm here as their mom when they need me to be, That's
right. That's absolutely right. And, with my children, I try to tell them things. I teach, I try to introduce them to the way I feel God wants us to live. Right.
Right.
But in the end, that is my beliefs and my
correct.
And when they get older, it's all about them. I'm not their conscience. God is going to have to deal with that.
That's you and God.
That's right. I laid a foundation, and then I have 4 grown ones. When they come to me, if they ask me a question concerning anything today, I'm still going to be the same person I was when they were young. I'm gonna give you the same answer. I'm not going to. I'm talking about like from woman to man, to man. I'm your mother, but I'm talking woman to man right now. And if you don't want to hear the truth, don't come ask me. That's what because I taught you to think. I taught you to know how to make your own. Your dad have shown you things, have taught you things. Don't come to me. Come to me with this nonsense and think I'm gonna change just because you are grown. No, I'm not.
Right. It's still the same.
On my convictions. Yeah.
Yeah. But, so still honoring your own convictions, but respecting the fact that they don't have to always necessarily share in your convictions.
That's right. Amen.
I like that.
Yes. And that's homeschooling. I know I've met a lot of people in my homeschooling career, and I've seen a lot of families who have done that to their children, and their children are very confused.
Yes.
They're confused because they don't understand they don't know how to navigate through the world. Right. Because they weren't taught that at home. I never tell people, try to tell people that my kids are perfect or that
nobody's perfect. Not us as adults aren't perfect.
Yeah.
So our kids
I would never do that. My kids, when people have come up to me and say, "Oh, Adrian, your kids are this. They're so wonderful. They're so well behaved. They're so that." And I'm like, look, my kids are not perfect. They're human, just like you are and your kids are.
Right. And even in the situation that I can share with you when I was sharing about that teacher, and even though I didn't name the person or name the school or anything, but there clearly was some things that my child had done to, aggravate this person that got them to the point where they felt like they needed to release in front of everybody, I guess, too. It's kind of, but the thing is, you have to keep in mind that children are children. You're the adult. You can't start acting out of control because of the way to behave. You feel like this child got on my nerves. It's like, so now you're going to start running around. Okay, let me just get off that subject. So homeschoolmom8.com is how you will stay connected with this wonderful homeschool mother here. www.homeschoolmom8.com. info.homeschoolmomofeight and put that number 8.com. Okay. info@homeschoolmomofeight.com. If you want to send an email to her and she's willing to give you some tips and pointers, or there are some things that you just know that you may have some notes on over there and you're like, Kim, I wrote a book on this thing. You wrote a book about this, right? So
Yeah.
what are some of the tips that you share in your book for homeschool parents?
Well, my book is called Commanded to Homeschool. I mean, I've written many books, but this is the main one, Commanded to Homeschool. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Hey,
anyway, this is just chronicling my journey. And the reason why I wrote it is because I wanted to be able to encourage younger women today who probably feel the way I felt back then. Like I wasn't good enough, that I couldn't do it, that I didn't have what it took. And there were a lot of naysayers, so to speak. But I want to encourage them and let them know that you can do it. No matter where you come from, no matter what you have or don't have, you can do it. And you can make sure that your children are absolutely successful. Because like I said, I have some pretty successful kids. And it's not on me, it's on them. They have done well for themselves.
I'm so proud of that. And so people can get a copy of your book right at Homeschool.
Oh, you can get it there from my website, Homeschool Mom of Eight. Yes, I have a shop on my website, or you can get it from Amazon. But yeah.
Okay, so Amazon or her site, homeschoolmomofeight.com. You'll be able to get a copy of her book. And you definitely don't want to miss the opportunity to educate yourself about being a homeschool mom. I like to go to some of these pictures right after this commercial break and tell us about your family, because you, like you say, these people have grown up and some of them have gone on, and tell us what some of the things are that maybe they're doing in life at this point. If you have specific questions, everybody, of this homeschool mom of 8, make sure you go ahead and type them in the comment section. We'll be right back.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter and Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, and we are back. Tell us about some of these family members of yours. Let me pull some of these images up and you can talk us through. Okay, tell us about this.
Oh, that was Christmas. We were at church, and that's my 2 daughters. My oldest one, she's 16, and my 9-year-old. We had a nice picture taken at church.
Oh, look how happy they look. Yay. Were they the ones back there running around helping with the lighting?
Yes, they loved helping with that kind of stuff.
How about this? They were helping unplug some lighting and reshaping, so they are so excited in that house.
They're always trying to fix me up. Yes, they are.
Okay, tell us about this.
Oh, those are my sons, all of them. The one standing up with his hands like in prayer, he's the oldest. He's 33. The one kneeling under, the big dude, he's like 32, I guess. And I can't distinguish all of them, but that little teeny guy, that's my first grandbaby.
Wonderful.
The one with the long dreads, that's my 3rd son right there. He is cool. He's pursuing a career in music production and event producing. And the one between them, he's my 18-year-old. He's just turned 18. And then I have 2 behind. That one right there, the one behind with the glasses on, the older looking one. I don't know if you can tell, but anyway, that son is she was a home inspector. He is a business major, and he is now into home inspecting, which he's so excited about that too. He graduated in May. And then that one with the glasses on, the younger one, who thinks he's so cool. That's my baby right there. He thinks he's so cool though.
That's so funny. That is so funny. Now, the thing is, being a mom of so many, like you said, you got to make sure you keep it all in perspective. You can't be forgetting nothing. Who is this?
That's my fourth son. That's his high school graduation.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, and they're so beautiful and so handsome. I'm trying to get all of these photos in here because there's some good stuff here that you're sharing.
Aw.
Let's see. Is somebody a captain or something? Is this you over here? This is a photo of somebody in your family. You got so many. I had to pull up all kind of photos. I was like,
oh yeah, that's my son. He has actually retired from the Army. He is a captain. He's the one in law school right now.
Awesome. Yeah. Look how serious he looked. He ain't playing. That's his military face.
That's right. That's his military face.
Let me see if I have some other photos over here. Hey, I see some more of you guys. Oh, I see a lot of people. Okay. I'm going to show a couple more before we go to any virtual studio audience comments. Let's see.
Okay.
And I see some here. Okay. Who is this? I don't want to leave anybody.
That's my youngest son. That's what I told you. That always thinks he's so cool.
You can tell he does.
He has no shame at all.
he might as well straight go to Hollywood. He's already there.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's my son. He went to West Point. He was appointed by Senator Eric Cantor. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah. This is awesome.
He works for Bank of America now. He's out of the military too. Yeah.
Okay. I hope I'm not. Please make sure if I'm missing anybody. Let's see. Oh, here. Who is this? Let me see this one right here. I have one more. Okay. Maybe one or two more. I see quite a few back here.
Oh, that's my fourth son graduated from Liberty University. That's my husband, of course, his dad. And that was a wonderful, exciting day. That son was homeschooled all the way from beginning to the end. And he graduated and he's the business major. Yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. Did I omit anybody? I really hope I didn't. Let's see.
I think you showed them all.
Let's see. Because I do not want to forget one picture here. I think this is the same person in the blue graduation cap. So I think all of those are the same person. Maybe this one more right here. Just David at West Point. So let's see.
Yeah, that's David.
All right. Well, you have such a beautiful family and one that you should obviously be so proud of. When it comes to homeschooling, do you recommend that people homeschool, or do you recommend that people try a wide variety of options from your perspective?
Well, I think that you have to do what's best for your family. But I'll tell you one thing. If you're not, you have to be committed 100%. There's no really no leeway for that. You got to be committed to it, because the child that you're considering to homeschool is going to depend on you for everything. Just think about it like this. If they were in public school, they would have a counselor, they would have a teacher for every subject, they would be able to play sports, they would be able to do extracurricular activities. So you have to replace all those people. So what I say is, if you're willing to commit to that depth, to that level.
I thought you said depth. You said depth. Like, I was like, but you said DEPTH, right?
Son. My son is watching. Yeah.
Oh, Jordan. Okay, Jordan is your son. Welcome, Jordan. And he said, "Hey, where's Thalia? Where do I not have Thalia?
Oh, my grandbaby. She wasn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a little baby girl, grandbaby. I thought I sent you a picture of her.
Girl, we gonna find Thalia before we end this broadcast. I don't care. We have to go over, Jordan. Wait a minute. Let me see. Where is Thalia? Hold on. Y'all may see me closer to the screen. It's because I'm looking for a picture. Let's see. Where is Thalia?
Don't tell me. Sorry, Jordan. I could have sworn I sent one.
Okay, wait a minute. We're gonna find
girl.
Well, during this commercial break, Adrian, send me a picture of Thalia. Find one.
I'll send it to you.
We're not getting off the show without Thalia. Okay. Thank you, Jordan, for bringing it to our attention. Jordan. Let me also find out, are there any, this has been a great show, my mom said. Adrian, you have a beautiful family.
Oh, thank you.
When we come back, definitely find Thalia's picture, but then email it to me right quick. But also tell me, what has been the most challenging thing of dealing with homeschooling? from your perspective, so that people can have some level of encouragement that they're not going through this by themselves, and you might be able to shed some light for us. Okay. So when we come right back after this commercial break, we're going to hear some more comments from our homeschool mom of 8. We'll be right back.
Nothing says I love you more than final expense insurance whole life protection. With funeral advocacy nationwide, saving you and your family 30 to 80% more. Then Get Insured Solutions, LLC. GetInsured.Solutions, 704-499-3616.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work, work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
All right, everyone, and we are back and talking with Adrian Brown right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Adrian, did you send me a picture? You sent it to me? Okay.
And yeah. And
where did
Facebook.
you send it? Facebook. Okay, I gotta find it. That's what I'm like. I gotta find it right where. Okay, so share just any other tips that you want to share while I'm looking that up, so that people can still learn more. Are there any special conferences people need to attend? Are there any special groups? I know I've joined quite a few Facebook groups pertaining to homeschool parents, and I've learned so much from that. Any other words of wisdom or encouragement that you can share with people pertaining to being a homeschool parent?
Yes, one thing I want to tell you is to join as you join the HSLDA, there's also an organization that's called HEAVE, and they are the ones who put on the huge graduation for your homeschool kids every year. I love it. All 4 of my children have been able to walk the stage with, I don't know, 200 or more graduates. And it was just such an awesome way to finish out my homeschooling, my husband and I. That was our treat. So make sure you have some way to celebrate your wins. And if you have younger kids, get them involved in some sort of co-op when they're young, because that'll help you to kind of like relax a little bit. And you can see other moms there who are homeschooling, and some of them may be, some of them may be veterans, and so they can help you along, because when I first started, God sent so many veteran homeschoolers my way, and they took me under their wing and just helped me. They helped me until I felt comfortable enough to fly on my own. So, excuse me.
That's good. Okay.
So, yeah.
So having people take you under their wing, and you're willing to help people be under your wing too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh yes. I actually I have a free call that I give excuse me, to anyone who just wants to talk about homeschooling, a free 15-minute call. You can schedule that right on my website, and we can talk. And a lot of the times it goes over 15 minutes, but I love helping people who are who wants to homeschool. I love to do that. And also, if you want to go a little deeper and you want a little more, I also have courses that you can access right off my website. I have a homeschooling course that will help you, give you tools to equip you on how to manage your home and keep your mindset and your sanity and your peace. as your
That's
homeschool.
good. That's good. That's
me.
right. At Homeschool Mom of Eight.com.
Yes.
Everything that she's sharing, she can work with you personally. You can email her, and the email will go to her, info@homeschoolmomofeight.com. If you see me kind of over here doing something off to the side, it's because I'm going to make sure we get Thalia. We're not about to have them as a family watching this video later, and Thalia is not on there. So that won't happen on the Kim Jacobs show. I can tell
Were
you
you
that.
able to find it?
I found it. I got it. I just got to get it in this.
Yes.
I got to get it over here.
That's my
But
baby
Jordan,
girl right there.
wait a minute. And she is
I
so
have-
gorgeous. Look at this little baby doll.
Oh. She is the baby of the family. That's her right there.
The newest member of the
she's our
family
little
of 8
princess.
over there. Thalia is right here represented on the Kim Jacobs show. Thank you so much, Jordan, for ensuring that was the case.
That's
We
my
appreciate you.
Talia, yeah.
Talia.
Look at he's so happy. Look at him. Yay.
Let me go over to your comment, Jordan. Let me see. Y'all don't know what I pulled out. I was doing some work over here. I was like,
thank you so much, Kim. Thank you.
All right. Jordan is happy. That's all that matters to me. Okay.
That's his baby.
Latanya said, yes, death of the system. Yeah, that's a big deal. No problem, Jordan said. All right. So she is so pretty, is what one of the Facebook users said. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure that you let me go back. I wanted to make sure that we got an image of your book put up too, so people will know on Amazon when you're looking for this book. Make sure you go ahead and purchase it today. That would be, it's a blessing to know that when you're getting educated about something, who's educating you. And today we were educated about homeschooling with ease, and she made it seem so simple. But it's not as simple as she made it seem. So you definitely want her advice, but definitely check out this book. And let me pull that so you can see what the cover looks like. Commanded to Homeschool.
That's
and you
right.
said you're commanded because God put that in your spirit.
That was a divine appointment for me. I know it. I believe it. Yes.
Well, I'm so grateful that he gave you this. Do you have any kind of Facebook groups or anything that people can be a part of?
Oh, yes. I have a Facebook group. It's called The Practical Mama Talks. The Practical Mama Talks.
The Practical Mama Talks, y'all. MOMMA?
Yes.
You didn't tell me that. I need to know this. What, girl?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Practical
Wait a minute. I don't even know.
Mama
See, I can't
Talks
go that fast.
Facebook group. I'm joining that group right now.
Let me make sure I get there.
I'm going to join that group, and I encourage you all to join it as well. It's called the Practical Mama Talks Facebook group, right?
Yeah, wait, but let me make sure. I'm messing up my own group here.
Oh.
Practical Mama. Oh, Parenting Talk. I forgot that. Parenting Talk. Practical Minded Mama Parenting Talk. That's it.
Wait. Say it again. Practical.
Can I say? Oh, I was going to send you a. How can I send you a link? It's called the Practical Minded.
The practical
mindedness. Can I send you a link or something like that?
Yeah, just put it in the Facebook thing, because then we all want to join. What in the world?
Okay, wait a minute. Wait.
She has a whole Facebook group, y'all. She is so modest over there. This woman is super modest. She is the author of Commanded to Homeschool. She is a mom of 8. She is an adoptive parent. So she is so selfless. And she has a free consultation that she's offering to you all through her info@homeschoolmomofeight.com. You sent it to me?
Yes.
Okay, Adrian, you working me over here. You ain't playing. Let's see. I'm joining the group right now. Let me see. How do I get over here to this link? I'm going to join the group too. Practical Minded Mama Parenting Talk. So let me join the group myself. And then I'm going to show you guys how to join too. Wait a minute. This is what it looks like. See, this is join the group. It's a private group. Okay. I'm joining as myself. Okay, there. So it's practical. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put it in the comments section for you guys so you guys can go and join as well. I want to hear everything you have to say about this. So it's a Facebook group. You can go back and look at it, but it's called the Practical. It doesn't even show the whole name here, but it's Practical
Minded Mama Parenting Talk.
Parenting Talk. That's why I'm going to type it right here. Practical. We're going to type
Minded. It. I tried to change my name because it's so long, but they wouldn't let me.
Minded. Say it again.
Practical Minded Mama Parenting Talk.
Yeah, that's the Facebook group. Go join that Facebook group, Practical Minded Mama Parenting Talk Facebook group. And then if you need to know all the real long numbers associated with it, it's www, because I have podcast listeners, facebook.com/groups. And the numbers are 209-473-036-0738-546. So you can rewind and hear that, okay? But it's called Practical Minded Mama Parenting Talk Facebook group. And if you can't find anything else, make sure you just go to Mom of Eight, Homeschool Mom of Eight.com, Homeschool Mom of Eight.com. And you're going to find everything you need to know about this wonderful Homeschool Mom of Eight. Woo!
Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Sorry I worked you out like that.
Thank you all so much for tuning into today's episode. No, it was so worth it. And Adrian, you've been a tremendous blessing. Any closing comment?
Yeah, just thank you for having me, Kim. You have been a joy to sit and talk with. And I did want to mention one project that I am a part of with Tiffany. Oh, put it over there. Thank you.
Tiffany D. Bell.
Yeah, I wanted
to know all y'all.
Yeah, I wanted to mention this. I am a part of this affirmation for women. For women on a mission. I just got it yesterday. That's why I'm so excited. But I'm
affirmation for women on a mission. Can people get a copy of that book?
Yes, they can. I'm gonna load it on I'm gonna put it on my website today. I just got the copy yesterday. But yeah.
And what's the affirmation that you use?
Oh man, wait a minute. Let me give it to you. I use mine.
So she's a new author, y'all. She's a part of a collaborative project, affirmations that women can use. And it's her and Tiffany D. Bell is the actual spearheader behind this project. And tell us some affirmations you use.
What I use, I came from the Bible, 1 Corinthians 12:10. And it says, God has given me the power to recognize lying spirits, deceptive and erroneous doctrine, and to distinguish his voice above all others. And the reason why I use that is because I had to live by that. We have to live by that philosophy. I don't want to hear anything above God's voice first in order to make my steps. So that's why I had to use that one. Yeah.
And that pertains to anything, not just homeschooling. Right. That's just in life, everybody. So what she's just shared is not hearing above anything beyond hearing God's voice, then to be able to hear directly what he wants you to do. So make sure you get a copy of affirmations you can use, and it's Women on a Mission. I'm going to see if I can get that. I wonder if I can get that. Yeah.
And I'm going to have that on my website. Okay.
You say you do have that on your website as well? No,
I'm going to put it on there today. As soon as we're done, I'm going to put it on my website.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're going to make sure that you know what that looks like as well. If I can get that image put in here. I feel like I did work a full-time job today, by the way. I am really
and you are good at it.
I'm actually talented at this, believe it or not. But here you go. Affirmations for a woman on a mission. If you need just a book of affirmations, all kinds of things that just keep you going throughout the day, get a copy of this book, Affirmations for Woman on a Mission. And you can get it right on Adrian's website, Homeschool Mom of Yes.
Yes.
Tomorrow, everybody, we have Ken Canyon. He's going to be right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. He's our expert that talks about relationships, and he goes in. He's very controversial, and he's very matter of fact. And he's like, no, what you saying ain't even right. So y'all want to tune in because he's going to talk about finding love in 2022, what works and what doesn't. We're going to hear it right here on the Kim Jacobs Show from Ken Canyon. I encourage you, if you have not supported the Kim Jacobs Show in some capacity, the only way we can keep the programming going, where we bring wonderful guests like Adrian Brown, and actually daily, we come on at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, pour into the Kim Jacobs Show and allow us to continue to keep blessing you as we bring balance to the world, one household at a time. And if you're interested in starting your own show from scratch and all of the stuff you see me over here doing, I'm getting that Telly Award back there for it. I've been on PBS. I've had a show on the Word Network. I've been the expert on balancing life over on NBC, one of the affiliates there, and filmed at the old Jim and Tammy Faye Baker studio. I would love to be able to help you start your own show. KimJacobsConsulting.com. Or I can teach you how to work this platform if you want to just know how to do that. So definitely check it out, okay? KimJacobsConsulting.com. Everybody have a great day. Adrian, you are the best. Whoever's back there in that corner, one of your children, did they want to come up and say anything? Come on. What's your name, sweetheart?
Wait, she can't hear you, Kim, because I have wait a minute.
You can share an ear pod.
Speak. Oh, here, put this in here. Come and say hi.
Okay.
Hi. How are you?
Tell me your name.
My name is Aisha.
Oh,
Can you hear her?
Aisha. And you enjoy being homeschooled, Aisha?
Yes.
You have the best homeschool mom over there in the world. Oh, there's another one back there. They like, look, she ain't going
They
on
all
there.
want to get on camera now. Here.
Come on.
Take your hat off so she can see you.
Hi, how are you?
Come closer, Jordan.
Hi,
This is
Jordan. How are you?
Good.
Good. Oh, so you were the one back there saying you forgot the Talia, right?
No, not this Jordan. No. I have two Jordans.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Little Jordan and Big Jordan. The one that told you about the Talia, that's the Jordan who told you that.
Well, Jordan, what are some of your goals and dreams?
I mean, well, I'm just like a beat producer.
I didn't hear you.
Like a beat producer and music artist.
Oh, so do you create your own beats?
Yeah.
Oh, so like you could just do it on the spot?
No. I have to think about it.
Yes, he can.
Jordan, you know you got a beat down inside you.
Jordan, he has some beats. Oh, yes, he does.
You want to give us one beat as we get ready to close out?
Go ahead. Go
Come
ahead,
on,
Jordan.
I mean, I just make like
You gotta do something. Rap. Do something. Say, tell her.
I'll rap, but
This is your chance to be on live. I think
Look at your sister backstage. Look at her looking at you. She gonna talk to you later. Look how she looking at you back there. She like, what you got, Jordan? What you got? Well, how is it fun making beats?
no, it's like
Just bring out the computer.
No, she doesn't.
yeah,
have that.
I use a program to make it.
You
She
use
said
a
it's a
program
fun.
and you're like a professional beat. You don't just be making a off the top where you're going like beatbox like back in the day with like not that. You go get your real. Oh, so you calling me old school, Jordan? Be like, not that. He said, how old is that lady? Because she just got it all wrong. She about to go like that.
That's right.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You do beats on software and make it professionally mixed.
Yeah.
Well, whenever you have something that you want me to play on the show or on my Facebook page or somewhere, have your mom send it to me, and I'd love to be able to play it.
Oh my. Okay. Nice.
Is that good?
Yeah, I have to upload it to like
Don't worry about. We'll do that. We'll do that.
But I know what you're saying because what you have is you have a mom that's actually training you how to be at the highest level of professionalism. And
That's
so
okay.
what you're doing is just like your other siblings and everybody that's out here. You get ready to take things to a whole different level.
Yes, he
That's what I mean.
is.
So it's not your basic average stuff. That's what I think I'm hearing, right?
You need to meet my daughter too. I don't know where she is. Janaya.
She's downstairs.
Oh, she's downstairs.
Well,
Oh,
Jordan, it's such a pleasure meeting you. And so you encourage other people to be homeschooled from your perspective?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Anything you want to say to your mom while you at the age that you are, you want to say for everybody else to hear?
I'm glad that she homeschooled me, and
he tells me that all the time.
yeah.
Well, I wish you nothing but tremendous success in your life, okay? And I can tell that you have a very bright future. I'm really proud of you. When you can be doing anything in this world, you're making beats to be positive. So congratulations to you, and I wish you continued success, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you. All right, anybody else? Look, he's a professional. He's trying to consider you and not,
Well, I was going to introduce you to my 16-year-old daughter.
Hi,
She's the brainiac.
how are you?
Good.
And what's your name?
Janaya.
Janaya, it's such a pleasure to meet you and have you here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Anything that you would say to parents that are out here, that's trying to homeschool their kids and they're thinking about whether to take them from the public school to come home to homeschool? Any advice or anything that you would say?
Don't get her started.
Well, I know when I started homeschooling, it was a big challenge for me at first, but my mom was very helpful in letting me do things that I actually excelled in instead of like wasting time on subjects that I'm not really interested in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really a good tip. So your mom was able to customize. She made it where it worked just for you and what was going to bring out your best skills.
Yes.
That's good. What do you think is one of your best skills?
I like writing.
Oh, man.
So you're going to take in your mom's take after her footsteps. She's an author. You're going to be an author?
I hope so.
She already has stuff written down.
So.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe you're going to be anything that you put your heart to.
She is. You're gonna see her, Kim. She'll be on your show one day.
You can come on my show any day. We actually have teen entrepreneurs that have been on the show. It would be great to have some homeschool children be on the show and really have like a whole hour of talking with you and some other homeschool children. Would you be willing to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I can tell. Okay. Let me know when you get your first book published too, and I'll be happy to feature it on the show, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to say to your mom that you want to go down in history as like, this is documented that I said this to my mom?
She's the greatest mother.
Oh, she wants you to do whatever she planned for the day. She's trying to get those brownie points right now. She's like, yes, get off the show so we can get ready to go and enjoy the day. All right. It's a great pleasure. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Have a great day.
You too.
You're so beautiful, all of you all. All right, everybody. That's a special episode of the Kim Jacobs Show.
Yes.
Kim, the book. Somebody said, Kim. Oh, that's my mom. My mom was like, get the book. Okay. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet your family. Come on, Jordan. Let us hear you. All right. We're going to hear Jordan maybe on one of our upcoming episodes, everybody. All right. Everybody says she's so beautiful. She's adorable. And yay. Okay. I see all of that. All right, everybody. We got to disconnect, y'all.
Yes.
Have a great day. Adrian, stay backstage. Okay. Everybody go get your copy of Commanded to Homeschool and get a copy of Affirmations for a Woman on a Mission. And you can stay connected because I don't want to close out without you knowing how to stay connected with this wonderful woman, which is homeschoolmom of8.com. All right.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.